Someone keeps banning aggression. Can you guys
No,
stop
he
banning?
linked some.
Oh.
He linked a a porno.
Oh, what the fuck? Did he really?
Yeah, it was a GIF. You want me to link it too?
No, 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 no. It's fine. God damn it,
Wait, was
aggression.
it aggression that linked that?
I'm not
Yeah, it
sure.
was. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So let's see here. The questions on Reddit. I think the first one's for Ariam. Oh no no. What are your thoughts on Lycan as a caster for WCS Challenger?
I don't understand. Like as soon as I read that, I was like, wait, is this for real? Like I don't like the guy is very passionate. He also owns his own esports show. I mean, I've seen some of his content, but like out of nowhere, him being a caster, like what? Like being a caster has to do a lot with game knowledge, even though some of the casters don't actually play the game, and a lot of them usually have experience. So I was like, what? I was really confused at the beginning, but we'll just sit and watch and hope it's good. So
Yeah.
I mean, there isn't much else that I could say.
All
What
right.
happened to Huck?
He has to play Challenger. It's only for
Yeah.
Challenger. It's only this week. It's only like
Oh.
two. Is it a 2-day broadcast? Let me see. It's a 2-day broadcast. All right. So my understanding of things is that Lycan is really good at pushing as selling himself. So he obviously talked to the right people, and he was like, just I'll do it. I'm the man for the job. Blah blah blah. I think the real problem comes from whoever is running Challenger at ESL. They clearly gave up on having quality content and a quality product, and they just didn't hunt for someone else that could do a much better job than Lycan. I have nothing against Lycan. I think he's a good host. I think he's a good person in this community, but I mean, like, when you're in Plat League, there's only so much you can talk about in the games. I mean, he's probably going to do Devil's Advocate and play like the newbie and make Nathanius say all the smart things about the game, but it's still a problem to have someone like Lycan cast Challenger. Like, imagine it's your big breakout, right? You just made it into Challenger. You're gonna play one of the Koreans. It's your time to shine, and then you get Lycan to cast your game. It's a little bit weird. Like, they could have gone, like, even someone with no experience, but that used to be a pro, or that's still a semi-pro or a pro. Like,
Or me. I live in Burbank, man. I could just walk there to cast.
well, maybe you should have
Jesus
asked.
Christ.
Maybe you should have asked. But that's my point. Is like, it feels like ESL just didn't try hard at all to find someone, and Lycan just happened to be there. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
let's just
Hey.
use you. Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's less work for ESL to get someone that really wants to do it than to look for someone that could potentially fill the role, right? So it makes sense, but it's sad that ESL is not trying harder. What about you, Morrow? You have an opinion on this?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you guys. It's like there are better people for the job, and it's like maybe everyone is busy, but it's probably more likely, as you say, that they just didn't really look around for anyone better. But like, I think most people like him. He's very well liked, what he does and so on. It's just a little bit sad to see him get this job, and hopefully he does a decent job.
Yeah.
And I wish him the best of luck, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think only the trolls on Reddit are hoping he fails. I hope he does a good job, but
Yeah, me
I
too.
I hope ESL kind of gets their shit together for next year and puts out a like really good quality content. But what was I gonna say? There was one more thing. Rip. Yeah, I mean, like, some of their candidates they could have used, like Kane, QXC, and Huck. They're all playing in Challenger, so it's definitely a bit tricky for them. But yeah, I think that covers it. I had something else, but I won't remember it forever. Rip. Aryam, do you still plan on retiring?
Actually, okay, so here's what's going down, okay? For those of you people who actually, like, I don't know, for some reason care, the goal, or the plan, not the goal, but the plan was, after DreamHack, I thought it was a good time for me to, just say bye and then just get it over with. But it turns out I actually did pretty good, so a bunch of doors are opening up And I've had my mindset to this one thing that I'm trying to do, which has a very slim to no chance of actually happening. But if this goal that I have or this dream actually does happen, I'm actually going to be trying to play again and stuff like that. Actually try and get good. But I mean, after 8 months of like no professional like play, I guess, and any WCS or any tournaments like that, only for DreamHack. Is just really, really saddening, though. It just sucks. But there's this one thing I'm trying to do, and if it works, then yes, I'll be trying to play again. And if it doesn't, I think it's just time to, I guess, step back for a while, or and then just come back, I guess, sometime. Be like the Great Return or some shit. I don't know. But there isn't really much for me to leave behind anyway, so it's not really a retirement, I guess.
Yeah. It's tricky. There's just no tournament in NA, right? There's only the base trade one that's open bracket.
I mean, yeah, that one's cool. Like I could go to that one, but like stuff like IM, there was IM San Jose. There was actually a couple that were on NA, but you had to be 16. WCS you had to be 16. Red Bull you have to be 18. So it just sucks, right? Like if I was a year older, life would be great right now, but I'm not. So
also you can't even sign for WCS.
No, I was, but for season 3, I was the age cutoff. I was off by 1 month, so I was unable to play. So, bummer.
Because like last year, it was possible, but this year because ESL is
like
running
merged.
things, merged. It's using like German laws or something, and Germans are so freaked out about video games that if you're like, you have to be over 16 to be eligible. It's a little bit fucked up. Before we go on to the next question, I just want to go back about Lycan and WCS Challenger. My dream would have been to break the base trade Archon and use either of them to cast with Nathanius. I think that would have been really interesting, and I think it's a shame it didn't happen. My understanding.
I think that's what, just you have to think about. They always cast together, so whenever you take like one of them away, maybe they won't have the chemistry whatsoever. And I could really see that in front of me that they can't really pull it off.
Yeah, but they have like 10,000 hours of experience more than Lycan does. Like
I mean they will probably do a better job than Lycan, but even so, that's a little bit disappointing for me. But the scene is what it is. If there's no better casters around, then that's just how it is. I'm just sad that Challenger League doesn't get like better casters in general, because this has been the same for WCS Europe, having like fucking medals cast every time.
Yeah, they changed that from last year. This time it's been Apollo and Caloris for Challenger, right?
I'm not completely sure.
Man, I love Apollo, dude. I like Apollo's casting a lot.
Yeah.
I think Apollo and Artosis are like perfect.
People keep saying
they can't do everything. So
people keep saying I'm bashing Lycan, guys. It's just a fact that base trade has like so many more hours of experience. I don't see how that's bashing. It's because I wanted to mention it when we were on the question, but I forgot. But anyway, moving on. Aryam, next season you'll finally be old enough to play in WCS, or are you feeling about Legacy of the Void and your chances in it?
I think, like, regardless of what I'm playing in, like for the NA rather, I think I have a pretty good chance of qualifying. Even if it's Legacy of the Void, but so far I haven't been liking much of Legacy of the Void. I mean, I played it the first time, or the first time it came out, so it's definitely changed a lot. But Protoss still sucks, I've heard. I don't know, but it's definitely not that fun, especially with like the Disruptor being like the core unit of Protoss, and it's such a gambler to use as well. And I mean, the timing's really, really unfortunate, with the whole being 16 and WCS coming out soon, and then WCS being able to play in that soon. I don't know, man. It's like, after playing the game for almost 5 years, almost like literally 1/3 of my life, it's, time to enjoy my teenage years, except if this one thing happens, which I'm super stoked about if it does, but it's not that possible, I don't think, so I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
Good.
see. We'll see.
Yeah, if it happens, you guys will definitely see.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Alright, discussions to everyone. How do you feel watching Classic with IM? Well deserved. I think it's time for people to stop fucking being bitches about Classic. Like, I understand everyone on Reddit loves to fucking circle jerk about Protoss being easy, but like what he does and the way he plays takes a lot of skills. And actually, I think he's the easiest Protoss to get behind because he used to play Terran, right, Mo? So like you
Yeah.
can really respect Classic in that regard, right?
Yeah.
Or do you consider him a traitor and he went for the easy race?
No, not at all. It's understandable. I should have done the same thing.
Really?
We'll live through the Protoss dream through Classic. That's what we do.
Wait, what's everyone shitting on Classic for? Like, what did he do wrong?
Because they're like, because he won like a GSL and then he won an SSL and people were like, yeah, he's good, but you know, his race is carrying him or he's nothing
What?
special.
There's like
or,
2 ZVZ finals, man. Did no one watch Kespa Cup? Like, Protoss was just awful in that, man. Like,
Yeah.
PBZ was like ridiculous for Zerg. But I'm not gonna balance mine. I'm gonna just say Kespa Cup was a pretty good result for Zergs, boys. Just saying.
Yeah.
And Terrans.
Alright,
Terran still sucks, you know.
No, man. Terrans just lose. Like, honestly, out of every race, Terrans should be the ones bitching. Like, let's be honest here, right? Like, Terrans are completely doing trash, and then Zerg and Protoss are just taking turns winning different tournaments, okay? I'm gonna be, like, as frank as possible. Terran right now is not that good. Yeah. There you go. I got you, Mara.
Alright, good.
I can't enable
I'm
like
glad we settled that. So when the Blizzard employee watches this later, you know what to do.
Oh, alright. Alright, this question's too hot, but I'll just ask it to you guys. What do you make of David Kim's recent comments that Protoss is not only the strongest, but the easiest race to master?
He didn't
Did
say
he
that.
say it's the strongest?
He didn't say that in those specific words, but he said,
said-
like... What did he say, Aryan?
Like, he said that Protoss is a little bit strong. Like, he says that, and I know that Protoss is doing a little bit, pretty good right now. It's pretty strong. Like, that's literally all he said. Never anything about easiest race. Y'all are just a bunch of exaggerators. I was about to say something
No,
else.
I remember him saying that it's easier.
He didn't
but
say the
I don't
easiest
remember him
race.
saying it's just... Yeah, he actually said that.
He
actually said that?
No, he said, like, easier
Yeah,
to master.
you know the reason... Like, Protoss are getting these, like, cool new units that can actually do stuff, and they're nerfing Colossus for the exact reason that Protoss is... You know, it's a little bit hard for a good Protoss to show their skill. And that's
Bring it
the
on,
exact
baby.
same thing as, you know, about being a little bit easy. But I think that's a well-known fact. I don't agree with it completely, since I think Zerg is a little bit easier than Protoss, but in general, I can see where it's coming from.
Alright, so what he
It's
said...
definitely how I interpret it. When
So what he
says
said
that.
word for word is new Terran and Zerg units are a bit easier to use than Protoss because Protoss is currently the slightly easier race to master.
Man, this is the same guy who thought it would be a good idea to have, like, DTs that were, like, super, super fast. Like, almost as fast as, like, Phoenixes, man, at one point. Like, I don't know,
Oh, yeah, I
man.
remember
I can't...
that.
Yeah, remember when he was like, all right, let's make DTs, like, as fast as Phoenixes or something?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. It's David Kim, right?
Well,
I don't
that-
expect
that,
much.
That would have been cool, man.
That would have been sick. I know it would have been sick, but still, man, I don't trust David Kim.
Don't
After
bash
some
him
of
on
the
that
stuff
idea. He needs to bring it back, man.
I mean, everyone can have their own opinion.
All right. Is it possible for WCS to ignore current ladder map pools like GSL and SSL does? If no, is it possible the map pool will change before Season 3 finals?
No, it's what is it? The map pool changes every single new season,
Yeah.
so
It's
that's
gonna,
literally how it works.
so, like, I think from my understanding, it would be that we got this map pool until November.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then November, they'll have, like, the off-season with whatever map pool they decide to do this year. Last year, they went for the nostalgia route. I hope this year they go for creativity
God.
instead of
Yeah.
nostalgia.
So stupid.
All right.
Like I love the idea that like GSL and stuff like that uses maps that are actually good. instead of like the maps that. Well, I mean, this season's map pool isn't that atrocious compared to some of the ones we've had. But I would rather have a WCS that are maps filled with that everyone likes, like King Sejong Station, Overgrowth, stuff like that. Like those maps are like genuinely good compared to some of the new maps that we've had so far. So.
I wish WCS worked with GSL instead of GSL working with WCS. An example is Iron Fortress. WCS ended up adding it, but my biggest problem is that GSL realized Iron Fortress was flawed and added a bunch of like rocks in between your third and your natural, which makes it a lot more balanced, but WCS is not following GSL closely enough, and they haven't updated Iron Fortress, so there's a few things like that that I wish WCS did better. What about you,
No,
Mo?
they're really terrible about that. Actually makes me pretty upset. There's also been occasions throughout the years where, foreigner map makers have like put out maps, and then Blizzard like they get the map and then they, look over them and then they make like random changes that they think are good. Like whoever the fucking stupid guy does that in the Blizzard quarters, I don't know. But he's probably not played a lot of StarCraft compared to those map makers who actually know what they're doing. And then they just like they do random shit, and then the map just gets worse afterwards. It's so sad. I think even in like the early days of StarCraft 2, when people were putting like lowered supply depots at the bottom of the ramp, I think Blizzard was. I'm not completely sure, but I think there's been occasions where Blizzard actually removed those supply depots so people could actually cannon rush and stuff like that. And on Bridgehead, for example, with the grass in the backdoor was working differently from the original map. Apparently Blizzard changed something about that. And then the map maker and the map itself, Bridgehead, gets all the fucking shit. And maybe it's maybe the map was better before Blizzard actually touched the maps. But yeah, I'm all for changing the maps and updating them. But I think that's like something that should be everybody should cooperate with that. I think if anything, it's the actual map makers who should make any updates to their maps and then ship them out to all the tournaments, because it's really awkward seeing Korea use a different Iron Fortress than we do, and it plays out quite differently.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Aryam, congrats on participating in DreamHack. What is your most memorable moment from the event?
Man, it was meeting everyone, man. Like, dude, freaking Maro, funniest guy ever, hands down. Him and Hearthstone, dude. Like, anything Maro said or did was just funny. Like him and Hearthstone, like I don't care what they did. Like even if they said like, "Yo, what's up?" I thought it was like the funniest thing in the world. So that I think that was amazing. What else was good? Also the Koreans, like True and Patience, were just like the funniest people ever. True especially, dude. He's like, ha ha ha, like fuck you or something like that. It's like you chobo, and just calling me out like right in front of me. Man, it was just a great event. Like if any person was ever considering to go to DreamHack, please do, man. It was definitely worth everything.
Yeah, I've been to DreamHack Bucharest. It was nice meeting everyone. Alright, there's a few more questions. Oh, what does your name mean, Aryam?
It doesn't really mean anything at all. I think it's a suffix or something. But I got it off of like a periodic table. I just got a bunch of different numbers that I liked. I don't know how I got the numbers. I forgot. And I just put, all the elements together. And then I got barium. And then I took out the B because barium sounds stupid. But then I got arium. And I thought that was actually sick. So I just kept arium.
Alright. That sounds legit. Let's see. Alright, here's a big question somewhat related to the Blizzard Summit, so just a reminder to be careful answering this. As it looks now, some crucial aspects of the game look like they won't be undergoing change anytime soon, seeing the beta. The economy, product design, etc. At the same time, everyone seems positive about whatever was shown during the Blizzard Summit, so I was wondering how these two match up against each other. Are your outlooks positive, negative, based on what you could think could be done versus what will be done? Wow. Well, you guys weren't there, so if I try to answer this without burning bridges and everything dying in a fire, I think it's like obviously the game, obviously like the economy and the product design is not everything about the game, and there's a lot more that's being worked on, and that will blow your mind, and that will be really cool once it comes out. So just be patient, my children. And it's not because it's not being worked in the beta right now that it's not something that will change in the future as well. And that's just me predicting. It's nothing on their side. All right.
So they didn't like tell you guys anything that's actually happening. They just said like, this is what's probably happening.
No. They told us everything, like literally everything.
Like stuff that is gonna happen.
Like they told us like everything that they're planning to launch, and then a little bit after that as well, and like what they're working on right now. They had a lot of people come and talk to us, like every, you know, like how a studio is like, well, these people do this and these people do that. So we saw like everyone. What's funny?
Dude, this Twitch chat, man. It sounds like I want to drink your bath water.
Did he say that to you?
Yeah, dude, I'm dying, man.
Oh,
Your chat is just amazing.
that's creepy. All right. Did I answer your question, Mo? Was it good enough?
No, not, you sound like Blizzard right now.
But
So I ask you, did they show you anything that is going to happen?
yes.
Like this is happening?
Yes.
Did they say that?
Yes.
Okay, that was my question.
Because like the thing with the Blizzard, it's like all right. So it's like your town told everyone they were gonna pick up, like they were gonna come once a month and pick up all the dead batteries, so you didn't have to go throw them yourself away, right? So your town tells you that, and then fucking like 2 months later they're like, well, we don't have the budget right now to come and pick up everyone's dead batteries. And obviously, like, the town's gonna be pissed off. They're gonna be like, wow, fucking broken promises. What the fuck's going on? Why are you not picking up the batteries yet? You fucking lied to us. So it's sort of the same thing with Blizzard. It's like, if they don't think, like, if they work on something and at the end of the road, like, the thing is just bad or it's not how they want it to be, and then they mention that they were gonna do it, then people are gonna be upset, right? So that's why, like, we saw a lot of stuff that just, you guys have no clue. Because it's just not there yet.
Okay.
The train hasn't reached the final destination yet.
Okay.
All right. For all, where do you see the StarCraft 2 scene or yourself 2 years after Legacy of the Void launch?
Dead.
Lunch? What?
Dead.
What do you mean dead? As in, like yourself, you'll be dead? Too much cocaine?
That's Stefano, man.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think like Legacy of the Void is literally have to be the saving grace for StarCraft. Like, let's be honest here, boys. It's like the last one in the StarCraft series. They're definitely doing all the right things. I think they are trying to introduce skins or something. I don't know. I've heard they are. I don't know. It's just super cool. But it's like the way StarCraft is right now is just it can't produce the same amount of viewers just because of the way the game is. I mean, Arkham mode is going to be really useful though because it features that 2v2 aspect. But like, I mean, look at all the other games that are doing so well. Like it's a 5v5 like MOBA or like a CS:GO. You know, it's just when you play a game with 5 people on a team, you can play with your friends, and it's much easier to play. It's definitely going to be a lot more successful. So I don't know. It's just tough for StarCraft. It's a hard game that costs usually a lot more than other games. I don't know. It's just I hope it's the fixing one for it because it is the last one in the series, and you just gotta hope for the best.
What about you, Mo?
Yeah, it's like exactly. It's like impossible to say where we'll be 2 years from now because a lot of it is in Blizzard's hands and not my own. Because like even if like I'm the shit at what I do, like good at StarCraft, pretty like decently popular streamer, like trying my best. Like if the game is not big, it doesn't matter how good of a job I do, right? So it's not really up to me what I'll be doing in 2 years. It's more about Blizzard. And I think a lot of pro gamers are kind of sticking it out right now, hoping that Like I said,
Yeah.
the Void is gonna be really good, and if it like comes out and it's shit, then I think a lot of people are just gonna
Heroes.
disappear.
I
Or
think
like
they're gonna go to
you know
Heroes.
you come around like 3 times a year to play WCS, and you can try to
Yeah.
qualify, but it's not like people are gonna fucking keep playing full time, you know.
Yeah. I think that's why like almost every like I don't know, every like top tier pro right now is literally playing some heroes on the side. Like you could watch any tournament, they play heroes on the side. It's just Blizzard is literally dumping so much into that game. It's ridiculous. It's gonna be big though. I think like looking at the viewers and stuff like that, it's slowly been increasing. Like a
Are you talking about Heroes of the Storm?
yeah heroes yeah.
There's as much people working on Legacy that there is on Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, but they're dumping way more money on that game than StarCraft.
Well,
like, ever.
it launched, so obviously they had to.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like it's gotten to the point where I was watching like the playoffs game of basketball, and I see like a Heroes commercial, or like the Pacquiao Mayweather game or match. I saw like some dude in the back with like a Heroes of the Storm, logo on his jacket. Like it's ridiculous how much money they're spending.
Yeah.
And they're just, I guess, hoping that works. I hate the game personally. I don't think it's good at all. What about you, Desro?
I like the game, but to answer the question, 2 years from now, I don't know. I'm gonna be 26 in September, so like one day I'll have to go back to school.
No.
So I don't know. 2 years is, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, I'm still producing content in some ways. That's the dream, right? I'm just gonna work harder to make that dream work. Don't let dreams be dreams. Do it. Alright.
Just do it.
He makes me cringe. I can't watch the video, but I like the words. I just don't like
Really,
his.
he inspires me.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, dude.
He feels.
No,
it
everything
feels.
about him.
It feels like he's trolling. Like, why does he have to yell like that?
It's
No, it's like
it's
to pump
perfect.
you up. Oh,
Yeah, dude, are you
Like,
kidding
just
me?
fucking
I just
do it, you know.
It looks like he's taking a shit. It's weird.
no, dude. Before my matches
It's like
in
you muster up the energy within you.
yeah, man. Before my matches on DreamHack, just fucking do it, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It was good.
It's amazing.
All right. Next up, questions. Is Ariam the new North American hope? Do you think you are? I thought Entense was gonna be
Oh,
for a while, but
man.
then he kept failing.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Intense, man. The guy is good. Overall, just mechanically good. I think it's mentality that screws him over. I thought for the longest time that was what's screwing me over, but recently I realized it's just a game, man. Like, you just gotta have fun. And, the more I've been having fun while playing, it's actually working a lot better. And I'm trying to force myself to, say good game after every game I lose, no matter if it's a hacker or anyone.
Oh, so you've
That
stopped
really
raging, right?
Yeah. Like altogether, I'm just completely a lot more chill. Like I still get upset, like oh fuck, like Widow Mines, like it pisses me off. But I've definitely gotten a lot better at it. I don't think off of one good result you guys can say American Hope. Like there's still Xenocider. Xenocider is pretty good. I guess that's it. Bills, Hitman, they're really good. Like Hitman qualified for WCSNA in like the first time he tried. So that says something. I hope he does get in his WCS matches because I want to see that. But I don't know. You can't just say American Hope just off of one good result, considering some of the games are just stupid too. So I don't know.
I see.
Is someone gonna answer that?
Fuck the phone, man. I talked straight through that.
All right, hold on. I think it's time to see you rage. Baby Ariam at work.
No, man. I literally just let the phone ring. I don't know who it is.
No. I'm showing something. You can.
Oh, okay. That's real cute. That's real good shit. Dude, I was literally like... Dude, I was like 14 in that video, man. Like...
Yeah, you look like Baby Ariam, man.
That's stupid, though. Like, I don't understand how
Hold on.
the
Let me
Ford
mute you.
outrageous
Let me
it.
mute you.
Are you stupid? What? What? How? Piece of shit game.
Oh, that's so good. That's so fucking good. Rip. Alright. So you're done raging like that, right?
Yeah, no, that's dude. I was like way younger, man. And then
Yeah,
like,
I know, I know.
and every like even okay, I want to say something too. Like in every single thread, like one of the in the Remax thread, it's like, how do you respond to this event? You know, the 420 RM please 360 no scope video
Hmm.
where I BM like some platinum leaguer in a tournament. Look, okay, guys, I did some stupid shit, and I resent every single thing that I did, and there's obviously no excuse for it. But just give me some time, man. I think I finally matured to the point where I could handle myself. I mean, I definitely do regret, all the stuff that I did before, but
I think that video is adorable. That's why I showed it. I'm not trying to give you
no,
shit
no,
for
no, no,
raging.
not that one. Like that one's funny. Like
Yeah.
like I literally sometimes go to my YouTube videos and then just look through those because of the stuff I did before. But then again, oh well.
That is hilarious.
You like
Looks
it,
like
Mara?
someone failed the IQ test. You should have built those in the corner.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
All right. Let's see if there's any good questions left. Tomorrow, did Naniwa left Team Property? Why on his new overlay is currently streaming with there's no mentioning of the team?
That shouldn't be right. But yeah, he's still on the team and all that. So
All right, just a little bit of a mixed up with the overlays. All right. Do you think StarCraft 2 casting should be more like most other esports, that is casted by professional players who play it at the highest level, especially since there are hundreds of grandmasters who would probably jump at that opportunity? If not pro, then why not at least GM as a cutoff? Don't need to read this, but casters that don't play at a GM level includes Rifkin, Kalaris, ZG, Brendan, and now Lycan. By far the lowest, I think. Probably
Oh, man.
several others. Oh, I was not supposed to read this. All right.
Oh.
you read that. That was the first thing.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. I zoned out. All right. So what's
I
your...
like most of the casters for StarCraft don't actually play the game at a high level. We all know this, but it's the fact that they're super entertaining. Like for any player really who watches those that are usually a lot lower league, they can't tell the difference really. That's why a lot of people like those or like a lot of the higher level players like the casters like Todd or like the Huck, because they give that extra insight that most of the other casters won't catch. Like, oh, he did something sick there, that like that's the reason why he was patrolling over there, or he did this, or he did that, and it's definitely a lot harder to get that from I guess the lower league casters. I guess I don't know, but I mean every caster is good. I think like there isn't a caster where I actually just genuinely don't like, but most of the times I actually just don't even listen to the cast, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just wait for the replays and then I just watch those.
What about you, Mo?
Yeah, it's like if there are players with good English and can talk, can actually cast, then it's like perfect, right? But the thing is that that's usually not the case. I think the closest we've been is like Todd, but he still has an accent. So you got like someone like Rotterdam, who he actually used to be very, very good and so on, and now he's the big time caster. And Apollo used to be he used to be a pro gamer too. It's like these guys used to be that. But the thing is that I think being a good caster comes before being a good player when you're casting.
Yeah.
Like having game knowledge is not very important. So I personally I like people like Mados, like people like Tasteless and so forth over the guys who are like very good at the game and can explain what's going on and so forth. But yeah, it would be very nice if we did have more player casters like Todd rising up, but there weren't really a lot of people after that. We've seen Pig a bit, who's been doing great in my opinion, but
Pig's
not
good.
really too much of anyone coming up.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. There's like two type of casters, right? There's someone that's like a literal caster that's gonna like do play by play, and there's not gonna get too fancy. But a lot of people, when it comes to like a PvP or ZVZ, they think like the matchup is really shit. But then you get someone as good as like Pig or Todd or Rotterdam to explain to you all the nuances and all the differences, and that's when it makes it interesting. So Not every caster needs to be GM, but if you're gonna get a mirror, then obviously having a pro around or getting like a really technical matchup, having a pro around is always gonna make it better. So, for every like below master caster, you should have a pro, and you should be good with that. So that's probably gonna help Lycan that he has Nathanius to be GM with him.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Okay, this guy has a funny question. Did you consider that most of the young and passionate viewers like me that weren't able to go pro on StarCraft due to real life shit are probably willing to enter in StarCraft esports in a way or another in their later life? Some of us could probably succeed in real life jobs and do something big for esports, or just new and refreshing. I think it's still the early stage of StarCraft 2.
I don't get it. Like,
So
what
this,
is it?
basically this guy is like, I don't know. It was a weird question, but like,
All right. Listen. I don't know.
Can you tell me? Oh, okay.
wait, Mo, are you? I'm listening. What's up?
No, I think he was
No, I
making
was.
fun of you.
I was
Yeah.
pretending to be you.
Do you guys agree that it's still the early stage of StarCraft 2?
I don't even think that's what it's asking.
I hope so.
I'm just trying to fucking salvage the
I
situation,
know you are,
guys.
man. No, the best thing to do right now is just move on. Like, that's all you gotta do right now. Just be like,
Alright. For Mo, how did Potatiwa enjoy your trip to Valencia? Did he also get a sunburn? He doesn't seem to look healthy. Did your potato rot?
He stayed at home.
Yeah,
He's a bit old now. Yeah,
He's sick.
he's not sick. It's just
He's on the
very
verge of
very
getting...
natural. It's a natural way of life. That's true. People grow old. So do potatoes.
Alright. Let's see if we have anything on Twitter, and then we'll wrap this up. For what other reasons do you think Darren is underperforming right now?
I mean, like, look at the way TVP's been played for such a long time. It's just pure factory play. Like, Reaper into factory every single game, right? So then eventually the Protoss are like, they all sit down and be like, all right, what can we do, right? So Protoss slowly but surely started figuring out how to deal versus, certain timing, stuff like that. So I think it's just, like, the fact that Protoss have just figured out Terran, and then Terrans are slowly starting to go back to trying to even 3-backs and stuff like that. And even play very, very greedy, like we see Flash play, like with the fast 3CC and TVP. I don't know. I feel like just Terrans have been figured out, and I guess I don't know what you could even do about that. I think it's just Terrans need to start changing things up instead of trying to only go factory like every single game.
Yeah, that's true. People have been trying to live the Widowmine dream for so long.
Yeah.
What about you, Mo? Are you switching it up more?
Yeah, like I was switching it up all along. It's not like now I'm doing Widowmine jobs for 1 month. It's not like that. It's like between every game I'm mixing up. I was never like really convinced that Widowmine build was the shit. The same with Reaper Expand. Like all along the Reaper Expand days where everyone said just only do Reaper Expand is by far the best. Even then I was still doing like 14cc. And I was like all along just mixing up. Because I realized that if Protoss just actually counters you, he will be ahead. But it's the same the other way. Like if I know the Protoss build that is gonna expand and go like 2-gate blink into Robo, then I can just go 3CC and I'll be really far ahead and so forth. So it's just kind of how that matchup works. You need to mix it up.
Mm-hmm.
Why Terrans is not doing well, I'm not exactly sure. Like personally, I don't feel like Protoss is overpowered, but obviously I'm not playing at the highest of levels, and at the highest of levels it seems like Protoss usually wins. But yeah, like I think it's fine versus Protoss. But my problem is I have a big problem against Zerg, and usually when I watch like fucking TVC, it looks so unfair. Like
Yeah?
Tarn really needs to work a lot harder than the Zerg players do for their wins.
Why is it unfair?
No, it's like it's not that hard for Zerg to scout what Tarn is doing now, and it's like if Zerg even smells what you're doing, it feels like they can counter you so fucking hard. You know, just appropriately droning. It's the same in Zerg versus Protoss. If they can see like what you're doing, then they can make the exact amount of drones they want, and it just feels like they're ahead in the game from the start. So it feels like I'm playing with bad odds in TVC, and if I actually flip my coins correctly and I end up, you know, getting away with it, then it feels like I'm almost playing an even game. It doesn't really feel like I'm ahead. So that's for me personally. It's not something specific against Zerg. It just feels like I'm starting out the game a little bit from behind.
All right. There's actually a lot of questions on Twitter that I didn't see. All right. What if the 16th spot for WCS Championship at BlizzCon was determined by an open bracket played at BlizzCon?
That would be cool.
That'd be cool, but the problem is you get to play the number 1 seed.
Yeah, so you'd be like fucked regardless, I guess. But maybe 2 spots, I guess. I don't know, and I don't even know how that works. I don't know. That's just weird. But it sucks. I think they should implement a way to at least have 1 foreigner, man. Like, oh my fucking god.
All right. What about you, Mo? What's your opinion on
You're
the
too
topic?
popular. I didn't hear the question, to be honest.
So like, you know, at BlizzCon there's 16 players. The 16th player would be determined by an open bracket at BlizzCon.
I don't like that.
No?
Why?
No, I think it's shit. Okay, maybe I do like that.
You know, that's like, why is it not a good idea?
Okay, but because like top 16 BlizzCon, I really wanted to be
Foreigners?
the best out of all players, right? Like this is
Oh,
the actual
man.
tournament, and then when the top 16 starts, I want everybody to play like with absolutely great conditions to perform their best. But if there's some guy who had to fight through the open bracket, even though it creates like a very good storyline, it feels like he's gonna lose because the
Yeah.
day before he was fighting through the open bracket, and on top of that, it's really expensive to travel to wherever BlizzCon is, and I feel like it's gonna give an edge to the players who already have an edge, which is like, you know, Polt and MC or whatever, like the people who are already popular in the community, who have a lot of sponsors, who can actually afford to go to places to collect those WCS points. So it's like they fail everywhere, even though they're not that like super good, but they still find a way to collect WCS points. It even adds to that to be able to just travel to BlizzCon and grab that 16th spot. So I would prefer like the 16th spot to go to someone who's been working very hard in their region, like maybe some Korean Kespa guy who's been, you know, it's like really, really fucking good, instead of going to like one extra Hyun spot, if I can call it that, if that makes sense to you guys.
Yeah, but it sucks, man.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
you go. No, I was
Like-
gonna just say like it's. Oh my god, Desro!
Go for it.
No, you go.
My dream would be to take the top 4 of like the foreigners, or like top 4 of the WCS circuit, and have them do like a 4-man like single elim bracket, and then the winner of that like at BlizzCon, so like, you know, the people can still watch foreigners at BlizzCon, and then the winner of that gets like either the 16th slot or just like a foreigner trophy. So like the special kid Olympics.
Yeah, that's lame, dude. You can't do that. It's like, oh, hey, here's a trophy just because you can't beat the really, really good people.
Hey, that's my dream, alright? Don't shit on my dream. But go ahead, you had something to say.
I don't think that it's a little bit, you know, weird if people are watching, there's a lot of people watching who don't really watch StarCraft, and every time we have to explain like, no, these are the foreigners, guys, so they're a little bit worse. So we're gonna have this like special 4-man tournament, and we'll give him a trophy. It's a little bit weird in that sense to me, but I do know where you're coming from, Destro. I definitely like it's hype as fuck to have a foreigner in the top 16.
Yeah, and it only happened with Naniwa, and he had to play Sulky first round, and he got his butt enlarged.
Like, it just sucks, too, especially for people like Bunny and, like, Lobo, because, like, they literally have to go to every event and just hope and pray they do good. Like, especially for Bunny, like, it sucks because he, you know, lost. Or, like, Bunny and Lobo, especially at DreamHack, because they lost, like, kind of earlier on. And those points over there were actually really, really helpful. I mean, Bunny's on 18th spot right now, and what is there any other event left? Yeah, like Aces, right? Aces ROG. So it's tough. It's really, really tough for them. And I really want a foreigner, man. Like, I can't watch another tournament with just like all Koreans, even though it's like the best level of play. But it's just so lame for a storyline. The dream. They both lost to you. I guess I should just get an invite, man. I don't know.
Alright,
Yeah, but it was fucking you killed Bunny.
You killed Bunny.
No,
But
Cyril
that's-
did, man. He made it out.
Oh.
No, but you
So-
fucking left him for dead there playing against the fucking Serran. Arya, what have you done?
What have I literally fucked up the
Like,
foreigners
you
dream,
killed
guys. I'm sorry.
esports.
Yes.
Bunny was gonna, like, make top 4 at BlizzCon. But now he's not gonna
Like-
have enough points
Yeah,
because of you.
exactly. You killed the dream. And he was gonna like fucking win BlizzCon and StarCraft 2 was gonna be saved.
Saved, yeah.
And instead comes in along this fucking 15-year-old Protoss patch toss who nobody knows who it is. And he just goes there and kills Bunny. I'm like, no! What have you done?
Stop that, dude. Don't do that.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Alright, there's like 2 or 3 more good questions. How do you think Hitman will do in Challenger WCS?
Wait, do you know who he's playing against?
I added up earlier. Let me see. Rip. I closed the tab.
And I got you.
No, I got you. I got you. He's
Oh,
good.
I got.
No. He's good. Yeah,
Xenocyder.
that's not right. Oh, he's all right.
Well, I mean, Xenocider Hitman, like shit. I don't know how good Hitman's PvT is, but I don't think it's that good. I think his PvPs is only really, really good matchup, and I think Xenocider is pretty solid, like all around. So I think Xenocider is gonna win, to be honest.
When I made it to Premiere and I beat Apocalypse in 2014, Hitman gave me an all-in. No,
Did he?
yeah, I'm like, I went to Hitman
Escape
and I'm
plan?
like, I'm desperate. I need a fucking good cheesy build. And then he showed me this one base blink all-in on Youngsu, and I lost my Mothership Core twice, and I still won. That's how good the builds of Hitman are. He's like really good with gimmicky builds. So I think just because he's playing a Terran, he can make it work. He can make it happen.
So that's like the 4th Desert one against somebody's story.
You know what? You know, if like I'm ever remembered in the StarCraft 2 scene, those will be my famous words. No shame, no gain. It is true. Think about it.
Yeah.
No shame, no gain. It's so
Just
true.
like YouTube videos, man. As soon as like, who's the next? Like, watch. You're probably gonna have like a replay against like the next BlizzCon champion. It's just gonna link it on YouTube. Be like, hey, look,
That's a dream. I'm just
That's a
waiting
dream,
for the Legacy of the Void beta to pick up so I can beat all those Korean pros and then post it on YouTube. No shame, no
that's right.
gain.
If you ever quit, I'll tell the new schoolers about the legendary Destro who beat MVP once.
I wish
And
I
I'll link
did.
them the YouTube VOD.
I wish I did. I played Boxer twice. I sniped
Oh,
him.
didn't you beat him? Or maybe it
No,
was
no, I
someone
didn't. I
else?
lost twice. He was too intimidating back when he was streaming in Korea. Alright. So what was the question again? Oh yeah, Hitman, so we figured that out. What are the chances that Moro or Muru will stand in this Disruptor Circle? How will that unit work? Is it a well-designed... Why do I, like, ask questions before I read them out loud in my head?
I don't know, because I was like thinking about it for a second. I'm like, wait, that doesn't make sense.
Alright, I think we've come full circle, guys. Oh, where's Showtime gonna go? Because his team died, like Imaginary Gaming. So like
Yeah, and apparently the
Targa.
guy,
Yeah, what about the guy?
apparently the guy owns like every single player like a shit ton of money.
No, that sucks.
So
But he was on Attacks before, right? The German team.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
he
got
was on
Showtime. Yeah.
he was on ATAX or whatever.
I think he actually left that team to join Imaginary. So maybe he'll go back there.
that's awkward.
Because it was like it was during the time where he did really well, and then he joined Imaginary. I think that's how it was, if I remember right.
Yep. Well, guys, we've come full circle. Thank you so much for listening to Remax this week. We're going to do the shout-outs and then be on our way. And after the shout-outs, don't go anywhere. I'm going to be hosting someone, so if you want to make someone smile just by staying on the stream for an extra minute or two, that'll be nice. Mo, where can we see you next? What are you going to be up to? And so on.
Oh, well, thankfully there's no more events for me for a while. So I can finally sit down and do some real role-playing at my stream.
First world problems, man. Look at you.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm so tired
back.
of events. Oh.
Get back to making money instead of dying to Koreans. No, but yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. I'll stream hopefully every day from at least like 2 weeks at Twitch/Borrow. So that's pretty much what I'll be doing.
Sorry, I'm calling out Todd for saying he never lost to me. And then every time I won, he wasn't so happy afterwards. Oh, he wants a show match. Holy shit. Todd actually quit Heroes, so I might actually have to be worried. But yeah, thank you, Mo, again for coming on. I like your ginger humor.
Yeah.
I mean Swedish
Ginger,
humor. Sorry.
I wish I could say the same about you.
Oh, Mo. A true love story, right? Alright, what about you, Aryam? Where can we see you next? What are your plans for the future? Are you gonna go to the Bay Street TV event?
I'm thinking about it, man.
That's
It's
so
on my
penguin.
birthday.
It's on your birthday? Well, we'll party like animals. Because you can't drink anyway. It's 21 in the US, right?
It's in Canada though.
Yeah, we'll get you some alcohol. We'll smuggle it.
His mom is probably listening. Don't say that.
Oh, shit, I blew our cover.
And he's gotta get grounded.
No, man. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what there is for the future for me so far. I'm just sitting back, trying to make things work. And if it does, then like I said before, then I'll continue playing. And if it doesn't, I'll just chill. It's thank you for bringing me on. I'm finally made on to Remax, boys. Fucking life goal check. I can get that off my bucket list. I don't know. You guys can follow me on Twitter at MYIArium. I'm a lame guy. I don't really stream because I fucking hate losing on stream. Like more than anything in the world. I just find it so upsetting. Yeah, there's like this tournament that I'm playing in, like the Gauntlet thing, the Gauntlet Cup. It's like $1,000 tournament with like Jaedong and Puck and stuff, which is super cool. So I'll be playing in that, and yeah, that's about it.
All right, thank you again for coming on. I wish your fuckboy Huck was here to have more chemistry to go around, but it was still very fun to have you both on. As for myself, I want to thank G2A, Corsair, which I have a shirt of them on, Cheers for Gaming for sponsoring, and Skill for sponsoring me. And also, if you want to buy StarCraft 2, use my Amazon referral link if you're in the US to help me out. And we'll be back next week with another episode. I'm going to be hosting Naniwa after 1 minute of commercials if you want to stick around. What? Why are you guys laughing?
Fucking Naniwa, man.
Dude, last time I didn't host him, I lost mod and I heard it for like 2 weeks. The guilt trip was real, alright? So please stick around for another minute. I'll see you guys next week.
Say that Mauro suggested the host, and then just see what he says.
I can't gamble with my life, man.